we all know our strengths, and I am a firm believer in I'm gonna play to my strengths.
Yeah.
And if I don't have it, somebody else has it, and there we go. All right, so hi, I'm Jada Bennett, and I am originally from Middletown, Delaware, and I have been living in New York City since 2014. I moved here for school, and it's almost like I never left. I did go back to Delaware for a year after I graduated because it's very expensive to live here, but it was a year, and I told myself, you got a year and you're going back to the city after that. So that's what I did, and here I am. I'm an actor, a performer, a dancer, a singer. I try to do it all. So.
What role has the performing arts played in your life, and what role do they play in your life now?
That's a big question. The performing arts play probably one of the biggest roles in my life. It really keeps me going. I just watched Soul. I think a lot of people have watched Soul. I love it. It was amazing. It was amazing. But I just watched it, and I could relate to it very much because certain things that keep you going in life. And I, like so many other people, especially people in the performing arts industry, have had struggles with my mental health. And so the performing arts have really been a way for me to become, number one, a more empathetic person. Number two, a more well-rounded person in the kind of things that I do and the kind of things, that I do every day, really. And they've helped me to really find my purpose and really want to share that and share life with other people. So.
Tell me about how you got your sash, and particularly in this odd time.
So, I'll actually go back a little bit before the pandemic. I've been living in New York for a few years now, and I've been lucky to have done a few jobs, originated roles in 2 different plays, and all that was awesome, but I had never gotten that one contract that I really could keep going with, the one that paid my bills, the one, stuff like that. And I went into this fully knowing that it was going to take some time. So I was patient, I kept working, and I auditioned for this theater company twice and got rejected twice. And then they needed a replacement a couple of 2 months into their season, which was January of last year, a year ago. My gosh. So a year ago, I got a call from this theater company. It's the Paper Bag Players, who's the theater company that I work with here in New York, and an absolutely incredible company. But I was working with them, finally got this salaried position where I could do children's theater and travel. I would wake up in the morning, and get on the train, and some people would be going to their office job, and I was going to go do sketch comedy for kids. Couldn't get any better than that. And so I was with this theater company, learned the show within a week and a half, 2 weeks. I learned the whole show, started performances, had the best time, made these friends. We're getting into our longer runs we did one show in Cape May, New Jersey, traveled down there, spent the night. It was so much fun. And then we went up to Tarrytown. And around this time, there were, the talks about something's going on. People are getting sick. And here in New York, fun fact, Westchester County was the first place where people really saw things happening, because it went from 1 person to 90 people to thousands of people really quickly. So we were playing, Tarrytown is right in that area. And Usually schools come to see us as field trips. So we were able to do one show. A couple of schools canceled, but we were able to do one show. We left all of our stuff at the theater because we thought we were coming back the next day. And poof, we weren't. All the rest of our shows for the rest of that week got canceled. And we were like, okay, we still have the rest of the season to look forward to, because this, at this point, was March and we go through May. So we were like, we have the rest of the season to look forward to. It's going to be fine. And next thing we know, the next day, our entire season got canceled. And I was like, first of all, I just got this contract. I've been working so hard. Of course, like, why did this have to happen now, you know? And so I went through that for a bit. My husband is actually a personal trainer. And at the time, we were planning our wedding. We just got married in June. But my husband's a personal trainer, and his gym shut down. Here, it happened so quickly. So that Tuesday, I was in Tarrytown, and that Friday was my last day. I went into my other job just to pick up a shift because the rest of my season was canceled. And then that Monday, everything was shut down, and we decided to go out of the city and go to Delaware, which is where we're from. So we spent the time with our families and our parents, which was really great. But there was a time, really quickly, I felt that emptiness that you feel when you're not making theater. And I felt the need to do something, and I felt the need to be on a stage and just I had to do something. And at that point, I was just looking into, I got into crocheting. I was just doing all kinds of things. We have big backyards over there, so we played cornhole just about every other day. It was wild, but I had to do something, and I think everybody can relate to this, but during the pandemic, and especially being quarantined, we're like, well, I guess I'm gonna do something new. What better time to start this? What better time to start that? So I said, you know what? I've always wanted to do pageants. And pageants have talent competitions. And I think that maybe I can do that. So my mentor, who used to do pageants, she's also was my director at a dance team that I am on. And I texted her and I was like, how crazy would it be for me to do a pageant? And she's like, go for it. So I was like, okay. So I did a lot of research on different pageant systems. I did a lot of research on what it takes to be a beginner in pageants. I read articles, I watched videos, I threw myself wholeheartedly into this, and I finally found something again that I was like excited about, which was a big deal. You know, it was the first thing that I was that excited about since like the new shows on Netflix, you know. so I was really, really excited, and I practiced, and I did interview practice, and yes, it was a lot hard. I knew it would be difficult just because it was something new, but it was a lot harder than I thought it would be. But in September, I went to this pageant, the state level pageant, first pageant with a pageant system I'd ever done. And I made top 5, and I won overall talent. I ended up singing and qualified for nationals. So this is my title this year, is Miss Brooklyn. And with my title, I can do community service and really have a platform to go out into my community and truly other communities as well, just to bring, with my platform this year, what I am trying to do is to help kids get access to arts education and to help people in general without much access to the arts, help them find a way to have that in their life, because I think that it's so important. I mean, I'm biased, but I think it's so important. Just because, like I said, as an artist, it has made me a more empathetic person. It has made me look at the world in an entirely different way. And any mental health issues that I've had, it helps me work through those. And that's important for any person. And so that's what I want to do with this title and this platform that I have this year. So that's a story of how I became Miss Brooklyn. But
join Downstage Right this Sunday, January 31st, for an Instagram Live to learn more about Jada's passion for arts education.